Hello, friends. Let's see if we can get this sorted. 2 cameras. Hey, hey, happy Monday. There we go. Looks like we're live. Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Sarah here, coming at you from the Creative Junction studio. It's Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. It's Sarah, and I'm coming at you from your Creative Junction studio. To be specific, I'm in the Maker's Meadow. For anybody who remembers what the names were on our rooms. And I'm going to craft with you tonight. We're going to talk about our new mini kits that are make and take just in time for summer. I know it's hard to believe, but it's going to be here before we know it. And we're going to get started on some of our kits. We're going to talk about all things Mother's Day. We are going to chat about some of the other kits that we have with us now in studio, ready to go. And we are going to chat about a giveaway that's happening this week. Oh my goodness, all the things. So if you are watching us live, please say hello and let us know that you're here. The comments certainly are fantastic. We'd love to chat with you. So please make sure that you let us know that we're here. Give us a heart, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us whatever you want. It's so much fun. We're just really happy that you're here. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start crafting one of these little guys. I have a whole table full of options for you, but this is our new mosaic DIY kit, and these are intended to take away or to sit and do during Creative Studio, but they are a small project, approximately 6 inches. And as always, they come with everything that you need in order to make this kit. So as we move into the summer season, we have all sorts of reasons to be on the go and all sorts of reasons to be exhausted. And like always, we just need a reason to slow down, turn off those devices, connect with one another, and doing something creative with our hands is a great way to engage the other side of our brain and to just encourage that slow breath and to take care of ourselves and spend time with one another. Whether you are with family or friends or making new friends, either way, a creative project is a great way to go. And so we are really beefing up the to-go kit options for you, keeping things economical, because we know that everything's tight. We know, we live this too. We're right there with you. But we want you to be able to have the option to be creative. So if you are dropping in, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. We would love to say hi back. As always, I will try and make sure that those comments are replied to as we go. But I'm going to get started. I'm going to turn the camera down and we're going to get started on this guy. So this is just one of our options. And this comes with everything that you need. It is a complete kit. And it's going to come with glass and glue and grout and all of the things for you to be able to make this kit. This is a really great way to be introduced to mosaics because there's no glass cutting here. We're working with all pre-cut glass pieces in a variety of different shapes and sizes and colors and iridescence and all the things. A great way to make it pretty without having to do a ton of work around cutting glass and all of that jazz. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my camera so you can watch. I'm going to paint. This is the outer edge. So your wooden pieces are 2 parts. And we're going to paint the top piece and put it on top first, leaving the bottom part, no paint needed on the bottom, because you're going to add all sorts of pretty glass there instead. So let's get crafting. If you are watching in the comments, let me know where you're watching from. And have you ever taken a class with us? Or have you ever bought one of our kits and crafted it? Maybe one of your favorites. What was your favorite? I would love to hear. we'll get these going. So 2 pieces, but this is the one that we need to paint. With all of our kits, you get the choice of paint colors. I'm just going to use this I like black. In my mind, this sort of resembles a bit of stained glass. I know that probably doesn't make sense to everybody, but it's my piece and this is how I want to do it. But I have this like gunmetal shimmer paint that I decided to use. Part of the reason is because I really want my mosaic glass pieces to stand out. So I didn't want it to have to compete with some brightly colored paint. Although you could do this in whatever color you want. It's completely up to you. But I'm just using my sponge, which your kit will come with, and paint color of your choice. Now, if you are purchasing this kit and you're picking it up in studio, you're going to get to choose your color off the paint bar. If you are shopping and you're wanting your kit shipped, that's fabulous. We love shipping our kits all over. You just need to let us know in the notes at checkout what paint color you would like. And you can just be like pink, purple, orange, brown, whatever, black, whatever color you want. We'll make sure that it happens and we'll put in a container of paint for you. You use very little paint. We apply our paint with a sponge like this on purpose because we don't want paint down in on the edges. We just want it to stay on the surface, and a sponge is the easiest way to do that. If you have a steady hand, you're welcome to use a paintbrush. Your kit won't come with a paintbrush. It will come with a sponge. But you may have paintbrushes at home. You can also use markers on this. The markers would work really, really well because it's so fine. And it would be super quick to paint this up with a paint marker. So if you have some of those at home, you can use them. Also, doesn't have to be a paint marker for something like this, especially if you're doing this for kids. Crayola markers work just great. And you probably already have those at home. So just use what you have. No need to go out and buy something special. So super fun. And the whole point is that everybody gets an opportunity to be creative, not that you're buying more craft supplies. That's not the intention here. This is a complete kit that you get to do without having to make a trip to Michael's. So everything's going to come with it in your kit for you. So there we go. So this is just going to take a second to dry, but you can see that that's going to give me a really nice neutral base to then add my glass into. So the part of the reason for these videos is we will also take them and turn them into instructional videos. So if you're watching this as an instructional video, you're going to want to let your paint dry. And then you can get started on your mosaics, which is the best part of this project. These projects are about hand width, so about 6 inches approximately. They're all a little bit different. I'm gonna let that hang out and dry for just a second while I show you some of your other options for these mosaics. They are all on our website, which is linked in the description for you tonight. And I should tell you that if you're watching me live, tonight's the night to shop because you get to save 10% on all kits. Any of the kits that are in our to-go section of the website, everything is 10% off if you put 2 kits in your cart, and you can mix and match. So it doesn't have to be mosaics, it can be anything. So we have, hey, Shelly, it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining me. So in terms of these mosaic pieces, now it's going to come with glass, but if you want to do something different with it, you totally could. You've got a cute little dinosaur. You have a second butterfly option. So I like the one with the round wings, but you also have the one with the more traditional monarch wings. So you have both of those options. I think I counted there are 13 choices. Because y'all know me, I can't make a decision. This one is our paw print. So, and each of these pieces is actually loose, so you can adjust them how you see fit. I probably don't have them in the right spot, but that's where those go. Hey, Tammy. Oh, fun. Your Christmas barn was your favorite. You do have a kit sitting here, Shelly. You do. A really, really special one. This is our paw print. These are all mosaics. If you're just joining me, all of these are mosaic options. A fun star. Some of these are great for kids. Some of them are great for adults. The price point on these is all $19.99. So, and it comes everything you need, all of the glass and everything. So great project. This is not hard. Your kids could make mosaics and be so proud of themselves after making a project like this. The rocket ship is super cute. We're all things space right now. This little Batman, it's super fun. I couldn't resist. I'm not even like a movie or a pop culture fan, but I couldn't resist that one. It was perfect and meant for mosaics. This beautiful unicorn. And then there's this flower, which is super fun and open. Oh, the phone's ringing. We'll just ignore that for now. If you're watching and you're calling, I'll answer your message later. This is fun because it's just open. So there's so many things that you could do in here and create your own patterns. You could really go and get creative with mosaics on that one. This cat, I couldn't resist this cat with his little face. All the face parts are loose, so you would just paint those and place them in and then mosaic around. So many options. And I'm going to show you tonight what to do with these tight spaces because your kit will come with a solution for those tight spots as well. These little this is not a butterfly. This is a rainbow, which I love. And then there is this cute little beetle car, which is so fun. And again, there's some tight spaces in here, but we've got beads for that. We've got crushed glass for that. So lots and lots of options. And then lastly, for right now, we've got this gecko. Hey, Kristen, thanks for joining. Hi, Micah. So great to see you all. It's great to have you here. We are just introducing our new mosaic DIY kits. These are under our mini makers, and I am going to complete this butterfly with you tonight. So my paint, if you saw me, I just painted that a couple of minutes ago, and it is already fully dry. We're going to go ahead and get some glue on it. Your kit will come with glue, so you don't have to worry. It's going to come not in a great big bottle like this, but in a container for you to be able to put on. You do not actually. I'm going to put some. I like to sometimes just put it on the tin foil and then spread it around with my fingers, especially on smaller pieces like this. I feel like I have more control. Your kit's going to come with toothpicks. That's always an option. This glue does dry relatively clear. This is a little bit different than our other wood glue. And I do find that it's less yellow than the wood glue we've had in the past. So this one is actually rated for outdoors. So if you wanted to turn this into a coaster or a decorative piece for a patio, you could absolutely do that because this glue is rated. I would consider sealing it. Your grout will hold your glass and protect it, but your wood probably should be sealed if it's going to be outside in the elements. And the paint that we're sending you is just regular acrylic paint. So something to consider if you're deciding to put your piece outdoors. So a little bit more here on my, lots of glue is great. You are going to end up grouting this. I'm not going to grout it with you today because I can't, but I will do a follow-up video so you can see what that looks like. because your glass and glue needs to dry. It needs to cure for 24 hours before you can grout anything. So we won't be doing that today. Take a second and look at your piece and make sure that everything is lined up where it needs to be in the right spot, and then just give it a little push. If you find that it's lifting, you can use little clips. You can put something heavy on top of it to hold it. It's only going to take a few minutes for that glue to take hold, and then you can wipe up any excess glue that you've got. I didn't bring a Q-tip over here. I should have. And then you can clean up your mess. We're going to use the same glue for our mosaic pieces, but while we're waiting for this to glue, for that glue to take hold, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to show you a couple of our other, oh, no worries. I did get your message about the barn door. That link will be fixed tonight, so you don't have to worry about that. And I will send you the direct link. I have your messages. I don't work on Sundays or Mondays, so that's why you didn't hear back from me. Sundays and Mondays are my days to catch up on all the things. And then I'm back in studio doing work for the store on Tuesdays. But I have that link ready and fixed, so I will send it to you so that you can get yourself that barn door with the lavender. Absolutely. It was so nice to see you at the craft show. All right, that's looking good. So I'm going to get started on laying out my glass, and I will show you some of those other things afterwards. So your kit's going to come with a variety of different glass. If you are, if you have colors that you would really prefer, you could put that in the notes at checkout, and we will do our best. But we buy our glass in small pieces and in bulk, so we don't always have a ton of control over colors, but we will certainly do our best. So what you see me putting out here are just some little squares of glass. I'm going to try and think about a pattern here that I might use, and I'm going to do something different in the body here so that you guys can see your different options. But all of this glass is cut and tumbled, so it doesn't have sharp edges, so it's perfectly safe for you and for your kids, for anybody who's senior who wants to create as well. Lots and lots of safety, nothing to worry about. It's all safe. All of the glass gets cut and then it gets tumbled, so all of the rough edges are gone, and it's all pretty consistent in terms of size. I was going to try and stick with squares, but I think I'm just going to throw in random shapes. I'm just going to try and stick with the color. So the art of mosaic is really abstract, and you can be very specific and make a pattern if you want, but you don't have to. You can just be random. It's completely fun to do it random. You're going to want to try and get your pieces as close together as you possibly can, because the grout lines, you want to keep them pretty thin. You don't want them too thick. And you'll be able to put whatever colors you want in your piece. So I'm going to try and stick with, I think that looks pretty good, all pinks in this one. Hey, Mom. You're off too. I love that. Yes, I'm slightly obsessed with mosaics right now. I have several projects on the go. We are winding up our Turkish lamps, and we're gonna switch to a more traditional mosaic craft and focus on that for the summer, which is going to be super fun. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I've got a couple of bigger pieces that we're gonna introduce as a class, and give some options for people to really come and learn the art of mosaic. This is mosaic just as well as what I intend to teach in a class, but what we are going to attack and learn in the class will be actually glass cutting and shaping. You'll use the nippers and you'll use the grinder, and we are going to stick with glass in a variety of different forms. We'll do some ceramic, we'll do some tile. We're going to explore it all, and we're going to create a couple of bigger pieces, which is probably, I'm just running through the practice piece at this point, but it's probably going to mean that the class is going to run over the course of more than one class, which is not something we do very often, but I think it's important here. I don't want anyone to feel rushed. And so, yeah, so we're going to take the time and we're going to do this as a bigger class, a bigger project. So it should be fun. I'm excited. So the fun part about these mosaics is that you can play around with your pieces. You don't have to use glue to start with. You can just put them all down and play around with the shapes and sizes and colors until it looks the way you want it to look, which is the best part in my mind, is that it's actually quite therapeutic to just sit here and play with little glass pieces until you find all of the things that you want in all the different colors and shapes. I mean, I'm gonna try my best to stick to 4 different colors in each of these little wing quadrants. But if that doesn't speak to you, then don't do it that way. Do it in a way that makes you happy. That's what's important. I don't know what other color. I might do this, like, I have a lot of this blue, so I might do a blue. I was thinking about a purple, but I don't have a ton of purple right now. What color would you do? You've got 4 quadrants. What color would you do? Throw it in the comments. Let me know. I would love to see it. Maybe some orange. Maybe this purple. I might have enough. It's kind of a, like, I would call this like periwinkle. And it's more of a blue color. Let me know what color you might like to do. I should tell you all about what it is that we're doing for Mother's Day. So last week you saw all of our Mother's Day kits, and they are currently in store, ready to go, which is super fun. And we do have a contest running this week. You'll see a post about it tomorrow, but I'm going to tell you about it right now. So we have partnered up with a couple of our best business besties, and we are going to run a little contest, a giveaway. You don't have to buy anything. You just have to like and share the post, and that gets you an entry into the draw. We're going to give away on Saturday after the craft show. So we will be live we won't be live. We will be at the craft show downstairs in the mall with about 60 other local artisans, which is so fun to see what everybody's making. So if you don't have plans on Saturday, you should plan to swing around here to see what all is being made here. I don't know about orange. And come and check it out, because there'll be lots and lots of artisans with some super cool things to come and see. And so we have got this super, it's a cool basket. It has got in it Gift cards, there is a fresh floral arrangement. There is some homemade fudge from Nana's Fudge. There is a gift card to a class here with your mom or with your bestie, whoever you want to bring with you. It's a registration for 2 people. There is a organic soy candle in the basket. There is a bar of all natural cold processed soap in the basket. And some other sweet treats are in there as well. And I'm still adding things to it. So lots and lots of fun things. And it's easy peasy. All you have to do is like and share the post when you see it. We're liking light blue, definitely blues and blues. Okay, fun. I like the blue too. But I am also liking this sort of yellow situation that we got going. Yellow and orange and cream situation we got going over here. So that is happening for Mother's Day. Easy peasy giveaway. And then what else is happening? Oh, if you purchase a Mother's Day kit, so one of our DIY Mother's Day kits, you get an extra entry into the draw. An extra entry. You don't have to buy anything to get in the draw. And what else? Oh my goodness. I don't remember. I'm so focused on my little project here. I want one in another different shape. Oh, this one maybe. Yes. Break up some of these. Move them around. They're like little Jenga pieces. Just move them until you're happy with the way that it looks. They do need to lay flat though. You cannot stack them on top of one another. I mean, I guess you can, but it's not going to work. So you have to Jenga them all around. Super fun. All right. So when you are, your kit could potentially have some of these round guys in it, or some of the petal shaped ones. I used all squares and triangles and diamonds, but yours could have some of these round pebbly ones in it, which kind of would be fun down here, maybe. It could have some crushed glass in it, which I'm going to show you next. All sorts of different things. That's the best part about mosaics, is it's all completely random. I mean, you can give it lots of thought and figure it out. But you can also just not, and just be 100% random in how you put this together, which is so fun. I don't know whether I want this bigger one down here at the bottom. There's a yellow one. Oh yeah, I think I like that. I think I like the rounds. All right, so I'm gonna get to gluing. That's the next step. So once you have it all laid out like this, I'm going to leave the head. I'm going to do something at the end with the head, and I'll show you what I mean. It's another piece to this puzzle, which is fun. Put these all away. And I'm going to do one section at a time with my glue. So I'm just going to use my glue. I'm going to just use my wood glue because that's going to be just fine. Put some extra in there. I think I had it done in this order. If you're somebody who's the order matters and you think you might get it in the wrong order, take a picture. We've learned that the hard way. Take a picture of your work before you dismantle it. And that way you can sort of get it back into the same place that it was. So I'm just going to give all of my little bits a little push so that they stay stuck, and then move on to the next section. So once you get it all laid out, it's really not that hard to go through. And like I said, you will go back and grout all of the open spaces, and your kit will come with grout and instructions, a link to a video, but also written instructions if you prefer, just so you have access to both. And the reason we can't grout right away is because we need this glue to dry. We need it to cure. So we're going to have to do that first and just let it be, let it sit for a bit. And then tomorrow, I always say 24 hours is your best practice to get your, before you do your grout. So something to plan for. So if you're taking one of these kits on a road trip like I did last week, then you just need to plan to craft more than one day. And that way you'll get to do the second step or the second phase the next day. So part of the reason we're launching these kits now is because it's starting to become summer. It'll be here before you know it. Summer vacation, weekend trips. We're getting dangerously close to the long weekend in May. And for many, that signals vacation time. We're really making a move to be off of our devices and off of our screens and spending more time being creative and learning something new and connecting with one another. And these little kits travel really well. So you can pick these up. You can pick them up in bulk. We always have bulk savings. So if you've got, a group going away, or you're going camping, or you're having a family gathering, whatever the case may be, you might want to consider grabbing some of these kits to keep everybody occupied. It's always an option to have these around. Maybe it's a girls' weekend and you want to spend some time being creative with one another. These are all really low barrier, like incredibly reasonably priced, and also beginner friendly. So even your least crafty of friends is going to be able to do this with you. Here I am, unable to get the Jenga pieces back together. There we go. I think I did it. Nope, I didn't. What was that game called where you had to slide the pieces? Does anybody remember what I'm talking about? It had like little tiles and you had to slide them in order to make the puzzle. It was a puzzle game, but I don't remember what it was called. I haven't seen one in a while, but that's what this reminds me of. Very much reminds me of. All right, those two sections are done, and we'll go on to our green section. You could totally make this random and just dump it all on the table and start putting pieces together wherever they will fit. That's always fun too. Today was gorgeous outside. It was very much, it felt like summer was maybe perhaps gonna peek its head in here soon. Hopefully it felt that way where you were today as well. There we go. We'll see how this all comes together. Your kit is going to come with way more glass than you're going to need. If you have some found items at home, you could always throw those in too. Little beads work great. Broken ceramics or plates, any of that, broken jewelry, glass beads, seed beads, stones and shells and sand. Like there's no limit to how you can create your mosaic piece. So don't feel limited to what, I mean, we're going to send you with lots to fill your spaces. We were going to send you with more than what you're going to need. But if you've got something at home that you wanted to add into your piece, by all means, just glue it in there. It's kind of a fun way. I remember when the girls were little and we did a trip to the East Coast. And one of the things we did was we collected sand and shells because we hit a lot of beaches and things. My kids have always been and always will be beach kids. And so we collected things along the way. And then when we got home, Greg had taken a picture that we had snapped of the lighthouse at Peggy's Cove, and cut it out of wood based off of this picture that was taken. And then the girls took their shells and their sand and their rocks and the things that they had collected and essentially did mosaics with them on this piece of wood. I don't think we may have painted the wood. I don't recall. But they took their little findings and glued them all down onto their lighthouses. And they still have them. They're in their rooms. So, which is a really kind of cool way of memory keeping. If you've got collectors or you're taking trips or whatever you're doing, maybe you just collect all the things and turn it into mosaics. That would be super fun. A great way to memory keep for sure. So remember when you're putting this together to Tetris, is that what it was called, Shelley? I don't, maybe that's what I was thinking of. I remember there was a video game called Tetris, but I don't know if there was an analog version. Fun. When you are placing your glass pieces down, you want to try and keep them as close as possible. So don't try and have too many big gaps. The grout is going to fill those gaps for you. So, and I will post a video later this week of the grout process so you can sort of see how it all comes together. But you can see how beautiful is that. Oh, they're so pretty. Hey, Leanne Mackenzie, how are you? I friggin' love these mosaics. I will admit I am slightly, if not more, obsessed with mosaics at the moment. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there in the head part, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen in here. In any case where you have small pieces in your design. So like, for instance, in this dinosaur, which is kind of cute, but it's going to be hard to get glass in here and maybe down here. So we're going to send you with some beads to add to your mosaic, but also some crushed glass. So if you have taken a resin and crushed glass class with us, this is the product that we use. We have it in so many different colors. I'm going to try to find a color that I really want in here. These are all mixed. So they come in bags. I'll show you. It comes in bags like this of solid colors. And then we allow our participants to mix. So if you're choosing to put together a pattern of color that you really like, then you can always mix them together. There are some metallics as well. That's what I was looking for. So I'm going to choose to fill this little section with this metallic teal crushed glass, because teal is my favorite color, and metallics, why not? So just a little bit of glue and spread it out into all of the areas. This would be a great time to use a toothpick. If you had one, your kit will come with one. I just don't have one in front of me. And I'm going to fill this space with this crushed glass. And you'll see how pretty it is. It doesn't take very much in each of these little spots. And you just want to fill the space and tap it into the glue like that. And in that space where you're putting crushed glass, first of all, two things. It's not sharp, so don't worry about that. And any of the pieces that fall out, like don't actually get glue on them, that you can just tap it off kind of like you would glitter. And then what's stuck to the glue is what will stay put. You're not going to put grout in here. So anywhere that you put crushed glass, you won't be putting grout. And that will be part of your instructions, of course, along with this video, but important to not put grout over top of the crushed glass because it will cover it and you won't see it. But that little metallic bit is so pretty, and you can get it nice and tight into the tight spaces, the tight corners. I'll show you both cameras, nice and cool. Gem puzzles. I had no idea. Dang, this looks good. Even on camera, it looks good. So fun. So already all of that, well, with the exception of the crushed glass, it just all fell out. Not all of it. You can see what was loose fell out. But all the rest of that glass is stuck in there. The glue has done its job and is keeping it where it needs to be. There's still plenty of crushed glass in there. It's all covered. So we're good to go that way. It is kind of like glitter. So if you get some crushed glass with your piece, just keep in mind that it does kind of get all over the place. So something to keep in mind. But in 24 hours time is when I would then grout these pieces. So the spaces where I put glass, I will put some grout and I will show you how that's done. But these are adorable. They're not heavy. Even with the glass, it's not heavy. It is thick enough to stand like this. So if you're thinking that it might be a display piece, this one in particular, they won't all stand depending on their shape, but this one definitely is standing. With some powerful magnets, it would be a great magnet piece. And it could also make a coaster. It's a gorgeous coaster, but fill those areas with grout and this becomes a functional coaster for you. It's also just a really pretty piece of art that you can put wherever you choose. So I really, really love it. I am excited about these kits for sure, but I will tell you that I am self-proclaimed obsessed with mosaics at the moment. So there it is in its full glory. I will make sure to do some still photos for you so you can see this. All of your options, which I showed at the beginning of the video, are also pictured on the website, so you can see them there and in our socials. But this is a perfect summer craft kit to do with the kids, to do with the girls, to do with family, to do by yourself. So that's kind of fun to just get creative. That project took us about 45 minutes, so also not a huge time investment, but the benefits of disconnecting from all of the other things that are happening in the world and doing something creative is huge. So I would encourage you to do that, either with one of our kits or with something else. So the last thing I wanted to show you are some of our other kits. All of them are now on the website under a category called Mini Makers. And the reason I titled the category that is because they're small kits. They're things that you can toss in a bag, toss in a suitcase, toss in the car, and just have them with you to be able to do something creative and crafty while you're out and about this summer, or just at home, even just something to pull out and do that makes things creative. So we have an entire category that we're developing for you to be able to do that. All of these things are priced $20 and below, which is also key because nobody's got a whole lot of fun money right now. So we want you to be able to be creative, but do so on a mindful budget. So mosaics is one of your options. And I got two more back here to show you. Actually, I got a couple more. So we've had a huge request for air dry clay. So each kit comes with 3 different colors and some tools and some inspiration or some challenging images and some instructions for you. But air dry clay is amazing. 1, it's light. 2, it's not messy. And 3, the success rate is incredibly high. You can make whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. There are a bunch of suggestions inside in the instructions for you to feel inspired and to make something. It's going to dry crazy light. It can be turned into keychains. It can be turned into fridge magnets. It can just be fun things that you take. Maybe the kids all make a little figure and it becomes something that you travel with this summer and you take photos of it on all of your little journeys. That would be kind of cool. So air dry clay is one of your options. We have a number of different kits that have clay. They're kind of hard to see in the package, but these are all plaster clay paint. Each one comes with, I don't know, between 3 and 5 pieces. And they come with your paint colors and brushes, and they're just fun to paint. They're also very lightweight, could be turned into fridge magnets, or they're just a bunch of little puzzle pieces that your kids can play with and take on adventure. They're just fun to have around. You could set them on a shelf or in your kitchen or on a bookshelf or on the mantle, wherever you want to be. Kind of fun to sit and do with the friends. I don't know where I recorded a video last week when I was on a road trip with a friend, and we did the little heart trinket trays. They're an option as well in this category, and it was fun to just sit and chat over wine and craft. It was kind of fun, just a nice way to wrap up our day, our night. Yes, we'd been at a conference all day, so it was kind of fun to just sit and create. Lastly, that I'm going to show you today is these new dot art kits. So we get a lot of requests for dot art kits to take to go, and we have them now in 3 shapes. So your traditional round with a candle in the center, like a space for a tea light. I guess we have 4 options. These hearts, so they are still dottable. They're a flat surface, flat top. And then lastly, a flower, which is also pictured on the website. So you have 4 different options to do dotting. And inside are instructions and inspiration on how to put that all together. Comes with paint, comes with the dotting tools. So again, just another nice option. A couple other things that are coming that aren't fully complete: a macrame kit, a needle felting kit, and a paint by number or paint on canvas kit with a couple of different options for you. So we have you fully stocked and ready to go for all of the things. Having some friends over, having some kids over, having a birthday party, going away on vacation, whatever reason you can think of, we've got to go craft kits for you. And we would always encourage you to support local. These kits are being assembled by our staff team. We are feeling very fortunate that we're now able to employ people. And so you are supporting a local small business, but not just me and my family anymore. We employ others. And we're incredibly grateful for that. And so are they. So our team is growing, our business is growing, and we're super excited about that. So by grabbing some kits to go on vacation this year, just know that you're also supporting other local people here in our great community. So that is our sort of a summary of our little mini makers session. So don't forget about, you have until, I think they set the timer on the savings button to go off at 8:15. So even if I finish my live early, you'll have until 8:15 to get the savings. So add 2 kits, any kits, not just the ones I showed you tonight, any of our big rounds or our cottage door or our ladder inserts, any of those. If you are looking for savings, now's the time to get it. Add 2 kits and save 10%. Don't forget to look for our Mother's Day giveaway. That post will go up tomorrow, I think. And all you have to do is like and share it to be in the contest. And we will be giving away our basket, which does include an arrangement of fresh flowers from Designs by Alexis Rose, and fudge and gift cards from Nana's Fudge, and candles and soap and craft kits. It's a full basket. Great gift for mom. So if you are buying for yourself, or if you're giving your significant other some suggestions, send them the post and maybe they'll win. As always, I'm so grateful for you and for you spending some time with me here tonight. I hope you are inspired to be creative and to get off of your device and get away from the everyday and to connect and do something creative and crafty and fun. So thanks so much for being here. Any questions, please pop them in the comments. If you haven't already done so, like and share and comment. All of those things help the algorithm, which helps us. So we really appreciate it. Take care, everybody, and I will see you next Monday right here with another craft. Bye.